Namaste. This is Vahida here. We will start by doing the prayer pose to condition ourselves. And after that, we'll be doing the Tadasana. That is going on your toes. You can call it mountain pose or you can call it rocket pose. Inhale, take your hands up on your toes and exhaling, come down with your hands down and your feet on the ground. Inhale, hands up and exhaling, do a forward fold, trying to touch the floor. If not, then you can touch your ankles or shins. One more time, inhale and exhaling down. You can take your head right down if you can. Inhale up and relax. Now we will go into one more standing pose where we'll have 4 feet distance between the legs. One foot will be at a right angle or 45 degrees, the back foot, and the front foot, the ankle will be right under your knees, which is bent. And go into the first warrior pose with your hands up and coming down. Warrior number 2, same position of the legs, hands are shoulder level. Turn your face to your right side. And this is the reverse warrior, where your one hand is taken above your head and the other hand going down, touching your shin. Once again in warrior 2. And this is the side angle triangle, where you'll rest your hand, your elbow on the knee, and the other hand goes above your head. Come out of the pose. We'll do all the same poses on the other side too. So this is warrior 1. And this is warrior 2. Face going on the side. Reverse warrior. And this is the side angle, triangle. Hand going above your head and the other hand is resting on the knee. Now we will be doing the warrior number 3. So here you will come one step forward and take both hands up. Bring it parallel to the floor. Taking the other leg up, getting it in line with the hands and parallel to the floor. Balance here and come down. And now we will be doing half moon pose, where we'll have space between your same hand and the same leg. Other hand is on the waist. Try to balance and take the hand up and look up. So that was the half moon pose. You can repeat all these poses on the other side also. I am doing the warrior 3 here, so as to just show it to you. Once again, parallel to the floor, hands and the up leg that is going up. So these were some of the standing poses. Now we'll be doing the tree pose. So here you will balance on one leg again. Take one leg up, put it on the inner thigh and stand in the prayer pose. Try and take your hand up if you can balance, or you can keep it at your heart center. Slowly inhale and exhale here for a while, as long as you can balance, and then you can bring your leg down and hands down. Do it on the other side. Balance your body weight on one side. Take the foot of the other leg and put it in the inner thigh. Take your hands on your heart center and then above your head. Balance yourself here, inhaling and exhaling. Point your gaze at one spot so that you can balance, and then bring your hands and your leg. Stand in your position and turn one foot at a right angle. Take your hand up. Bend low on the side, legs extended, touching the floor or the big toe. 4 feet away from each other. Looking at your palm, which is up. Similarly, go on the other side for the triangle pose. Take your hand up and the other hand goes down to grab your toe or just touch the floor. Looking up at your palm, which is up. Come back to the normal. Well, this is a revolving triangle. Here we will be rotating our spine and then touching your leg with the opposite hand. So your spine is twisted and you go down straight-legged, straight hands, come back to the position. So this was a revolving triangle. Now come a little bit closer with your hands going round behind your body. Spine twist, going behind. One hand is folded, the other hand is straight, looking behind. This is Kati Chakrasana, where your spine will be twisting like a Vajrasana. Standing pose. So we are warming up for the extended side angle triangle. Get your feet apart. Inhale deep and exhale long. Turn your feet at 90 degrees and spin to your side. Going down with your hand, forearm resting on your bent knee. Take the other hand right up above your head. So you form a big straight triangular line on your body. Just to challenge yourself, you can touch the floor. If not, it's fine with your hand resting, with your arm resting on the knee. Straighten up. Do the similar thing on the other side. Bend your knee at a right angle. Place your forearm on the knee. Straight hand up above your head. Touching the floor if you can. And again on your knee. You can come out of the pose by straightening your hands, straightening your arms, getting yourself back. Stretch your arms behind your hips, clasp them. Fingers are clasped. And you will stretch its right behind over your head with a forward fold. Come up again, exhaling. Hands on your hips, going down once again into the forward fold. Get your hands on the floor, palms on the floor. Stretching one hand up above your head with a spine twist. Come down, inhale and let your other hand go up with the spine twist. Exhaling, come down. Adjust your feet so that you can do the head on the floor. So here you will come on your forearms, making space for your crown to settle in the middle of your forearms. Going right down. Inhale and exhale. Stretch back on your forearms. Straighten out your forearms and come into the holding of your both ankles or feet together. Then coming up. Inhale and exhale. Adjust your feet to come closer. Namaste pose. Stretch right up. Inhale, exhaling. Sit yourself in between your knees and push your knees away from your body to come into one straight line. Come up again, exhale. Lot of dance pose. Stand first and hold your ankle with the same hand. The other hand goes up. You balance by focusing on some spot in front of you. Start bending backwards with your leg behind and forward with your hand in front of you. Come down. Bring your hand down. Do it with the other leg. Hold your ankle towards your hip. Start bending forward with the other hand in front of you, looking at your palm, and bring it down as soon as you can. You can wait in the poses for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, according to your capacity of the balance. Take your hands parallel to the floor and start going down. Your thighs will go again parallel to the floor and your hands will be raised up above your head. You will sit in a pose like an imaginary chair is under you. Keep your feet together. You can come in a Namaste pose and come out of the pose. We will do a revolving chair now, where you will go down again parallel to the floor, thighs and hips. And Namaste pose, you will twist your spine and go on the other side of your leg. Your elbow will be on the other knee. Come back in front, inhale. Exhaling, go on the other side, touch your elbow to the opposite knee. Come back in front, inhale and come out of the pose. By holding our palms into a Namaste, that's the Anjali Mudra. Bending forward, twisting your spine and going into the opposite side. Resting your opposite hand on the knee. Coming back and doing this one more time, Warrior 2. And join your hands, take a nice spine twist and coming down with your elbow on the opposite knee. So you are in the variation of the pose. Sit in Vajrasana, take one leg, put the heel on the hip of that leg and take the other leg, fold it and put that heel under the hip of that leg. Both the feet, heels are under the hips and the toes are joined together. Hands palm facing on the feet, on the legs, and they're on your thighs. Inhale and exhale. Come out of your Vajrasana and we will turn now to use our mat in Sukhasana, the easy pose. Inhale. Here we will be doing some seated poses. This is the mountain pose, the seated mountain pose, where you take your hands up whilst inhaling and exhaling, get them down. And twist your palms upside down. Then we will do some side bends. Inhaling, go on your side, taking one arm up and the other arm goes down, folding at the elbow if you can. Inhale when they're up, and exhale when you're going in the side. Feel the stretch in your sides when you're bending sideways. Take your arms up for a spine twist. This is a simple seated spine twist.
Inhale.
Inhale, arms up, and exhale. Twist your spine, look behind.
Inhale. Exhale. Inhale.
Inhale.
Exhale.
Exhale. And now we will be doing the Vajrasana, the cobbler's pose. So for that we'll have to go into the butterfly pose, where you get both your feet, soles of the feet together and clasp them in your hands, spine straight, and flap your knees continuously while breathing in and out. You can keep your eyes closed, as it is also a restorative and a meditative pose. Now we'll get our feet a little bit away from the pelvic, and inhaling, exhaling, go down as much as you can with a straight spine. Coming up, inhale, exhale, and go down. One more time. Into the cobbler's pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and come up. We'll go into the fish pose now, where we'll do it with Padmasana. So get both your feet on the opposite thigh, and inhaling, start going down on your spine with the help of your elbows. Put pressure on your elbows, lift your chest up, tilt your head and keep it on your crown, and hold your toes with your fingers. Release as soon as you are done with the pose. Now we'll be doing the fish pose with the straight legs. So here again you will put pressure on your elbows and lift your chest up, crown on the floor, straight legs. Inhale and exhale here. And come out of the pose slowly. Fold your legs and relax over here. Breathe and inflate your tummy. Breathe out and deflate your tummy. Get up from your side and sit down. Sitting pose. Once again, from your right, you get up and sit down. Spread your legs out. We are doing a wide-legged forward fold, seated forward fold. So you're of course seated, legs are wide and feet are flexed, spine is straight. Start crawling your hands with an exhalation. Inhale and exhaling, crawl your hands forward till wherever you feel you can stretch. And stay there for a while. Try to see how much you can stretch. And go back to the straight spine. One more time, we'll try this. Exhaling out, crawling your hands forward as much as you can, bend your spine, which is straight, not rounded, and up again. Try to catch both your feet with your hands and see how much you can stretch. And up. Exhale when you're down, inhale when you're up. Close both your feet, get your feet together. See the stretch that you have felt. Now go back in Vajrasana by folding your knees and placing the heels under your hips. Seated in Vajrasana, take nice deep breaths and relax here. So here we will do a hero pose, which is similar to Vajrasana, but your heels will be at the side of your hips and your hips will be on the ground. Knees are together. Heels are at the side of your hips. Keep your hands on your knees in Gyan Mudra. Sit for a while over here in the Hero's Pose, Virasana. Come out of the pose and we will be doing the Reclining Hero's Pose now, which is called Supervirasana, where we'll take our feet away from the hips, keep our hips on the floor. With the help of your elbows, go down. Try to straighten out your upper body, which is on the floor now. Take your hands behind your head. Inhale and exhale here. Stay here for a while. You can keep your hands on your abdomen in the Namaste position if you want. Come out of the pose by resting your palms on your heels. With the pressure of elbow, take your chest up and come out of the pose. Sit back in Vajrasana. And come in Dandasana. Stretch out your legs once again. Going back in Vajrasana for a child pose. Stretch back and then go forward, bend on the floor, head on the floor, hands next to your legs, next to your shins, palms facing upwards. Breathe here. You can have your hands in front of you stretched out and your knees separated. Also, a different way of doing the child pose where you stretch your spine more further. Stay here for a while, inhaling and exhaling. A very good resting pose in between your poses to gain back the energies 4 more poses. Come up and sit down straight. We now do the cat pose by taking a nice deep inhalation. Let your spine sink down, hips up, and exhaling, put your head in and the hips in and push your spine up. Inhale and exhale. You will look up, let your spine sink down, hips up, and exhaling, put your head in and the hips in and push your spine up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and take a child pose to relax. Coming up again on all your fours. We will go into the downward facing dog pose. So here you will let your hips fly up in the air and try to keep your heels down. This is a 3-legged pose where you'll take one leg up and down, the other leg up and bring it down. Once again in the downward facing dog pose, walk your legs a little bit so that your heels go right down each time. Where you'll take one leg up and down, the other leg up and bring it down. Once again in the downward facing dog pose, walk your legs a little bit so that your heels go right down each time. From here we will go into a plank and come on your knees, chest chin, and we'll get ready for a snake pose, the Bhujangasana. Head up, chest up, and unfold your arms so that you go more deeper into the back bend, looking up into the ceiling. Come back on your forehead, exhale. Head up, chest up, and unfold your arms so that you go more deeper into the back bend, looking up into the ceiling. Come back on your forehead, exhale. From here you can again go up into the downward dog by going first into the snake pose, cobra pose, and then curl your toes, let your hips fly up in the air, head in between your arms, pushing back at your navel. Come on your toes and get one step in front of you. And try to start getting up from the runner's pose, right up into a wide-legged pose. Going down into the extended triangle by taking one hand right at the floor or your toes and the other hand straight up, looking at it. You can have your hand on your shins too if you can't reach the toes. Do the same pose on the other side. Turn your toes, slide a little bit on the other side and put your hand down and the other hand going up. Reach as much as possible. You can go down. And you're up. From here we will go into the goddess pose by folding your arms at the elbows. Go down on your knees. Get your arms in front of you. Stretch your shoulder blades. Stretch out again and come out of the pose. Get your arms in front of you, stretch your shoulder blades and do the eagle arms over here, or you can just fold your hands into a namaste pose. Stretch out again and come out of the pose. We'll go into the Garland Pose now by coming a little bit closer. Stretching your arms up and seat your hips in between your thighs, pushing your knees with your elbows away from each other. Going up again straight and down. Stretching your arms up and seat your hips in between your thighs, pushing your knees with your elbows away from each other. Going up again straight and down. Now this is the Camel Pose, where you will rest your hands on your hips and take a back bend. Just to get ready for it, you will do the half Camel Pose first by touching one heel and the other hand going up. Exhale. Inhale, take your hand up. Go into a slight back bend. Exhaling, bring it down. Do the counter pose of the child pose here. Where your hands are next to your shins. You can come back into the full camel pose now, where your toes are not curled, both your ends are on your heels and your diaphragm is protruding out, coming out back by taking the support of your spine and going back into the counter pose, the child pose. Relax over here by inhaling and exhaling and come up again to Vajrasana. From here we will go into the Pigeon Pose by taking one leg across the mat in front of you, keeping both your palms at the side of the knees. Stretch your other leg right behind you with the knee and the back of the foot on the floor. Take a nice back bend by looking up and go into the forward bend by keeping your arms in front of you and head on the arms. Inhale and exhale here. Very slowly come up again. And we'll be going into the King Pigeon Pose by taking your foot into your hands, rotating your arm, taking your arm up, bring your other arm together with this. This is the Screaming Pigeon by hooking your foot into the elbow and holding it from behind both your hands. You can come out of the pose slowly, exhaling out. And stay in the pigeon pose for a while. Go up on your knees and change your leg to do the repeat of this on the other leg. So once again, your one leg is behind and the other across on your mat, with both your hands next to it, at the side of it, with a nice deep back bend. Inhale and exhaling, go into the forward bend on your folded arms. Relax here for a while. And come up again to the back bend and do the same thing on the other side by hooking your foot in the crux of your elbow. Stay there for a while and come out of the pose. So this was the pigeon pose and its variations. You can just do simple pigeon pose, or you can go into the variations if you like. Come back on all your fours and sit down in Siddhasana. Here we will do the Brahma Mudra with the face going from one side to the other side. Inhale when you're looking in front. Exhale when you're tilting back. Inhale and exhaling. Chin on the neck. Take your head on one shoulder and then on the other shoulder. Now we'll rotate the whole leg on the pivotal joint of our neck. Inhale, take your head to your right, back, left and front. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a nice rotation of your neck and up. Relax here for a while with a deep inhalation and a long exhalation to go further with more poses. Come on all your fours and we go into the Dolphin Pose or the Shark Pose. So your head is down near your elbows and you will be on your toes. Try to walk in as much as you can, trying to put your heels down on the floor if you can, or you can stay on your toes. Your head is down totally, getting closer to your chest. Let your feet come closer if you can, and then come out of the pose by coming on your knees and sitting back. This pose is a side twist. So one leg is folded down, the other is folded on top of it with the knee facing the ceiling. Take one hand back and the other hand is helping you twist your spine. Do the same thing with the other side. One knee is folded down, the other knee is up. Same hand goes back and the opposite hand will twist the spine and push the knee on the other side. Stay twisted and breathe out. Come out of the pose. We'll do this once more. You can even hold the knee if you can't hold. You can put your hand folded or straight on your knee. Now we are in Gomukhasan, cow face pose, where your knees are stacked on each other, feet near the opposite hip, one hand going up and the other hand from behind trying to clasp the fingers with a slight back bend. When you look up, you get a slight back bend. Inhale and exhale out here, and repeat the same thing on the other side by flipping your knees up and down. So here we can do a nice forward bend too by raising your hands up and coming in front on your knees with a straight spine, either on your chin or forehead, and come out of the pose. It's called a shoelace pose. It's a variation when you're doing the cow face pose. So we're doing the same thing on the other side. The top leg goes down and the bottom leg comes up. One hand will go up near the ear and fold behind. And the other hand goes right from behind to clasp the fingers of the first hand. Look up to create a slight back bend. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And slowly come out of the pose. Well, now we are in the inverted tabletop pose. So here you will be having your hips going right up like a table, straight up with your core energy, and your head is looking at your tummy. Come back with your staff pose, and now we'll be doing the inverted plank. So here, put the feet down and take the whole body up. Head is tilted, straight up. And since this was a back bend, we will go back into a slight counter pose to have a forward bend into the child pose. And we'll go into the rabbit pose from here. So here you will be first in the child pose with your hands near your shin, head down. Now slowly lift your hips up and let your crown go on the floor with your rounded spine, and come back. This is Vajrasana, where one leg is folded near the knee and the other hand is helping to twist your spine and catch the toes. Stay here for a while, inhaling and exhaling. This pose gives a very good massage to the internal organs. The knee is folded near the foot is near the other knee, and the hand goes opposite hand goes in front of the knee to catch the toes, whilst the same hand is behind. Spine is twisted, and you inhale and exhale here. Come out of the pose. And we are now getting ready to go into the bridge poses. This is bridge number 1, where you are holding the ankles, chin is on the neck, and slowly your hips are raising up. Chest is raised as much as you can. Inhaling. Exhaling, bring your full spine down very slowly on the floor. The second bridge is you will put your feet a little away from your hips till your fingertips touch it, and again you will raise your body up. Try to clasp your fingers so that you can raise it slightly more upwards. Let your chin rest on the neck. Inhale and exhaling. Bring your spine down very slowly and let your shoulders come out. Bridge number 3 is the same position. You will go on your toes, hold your hips and push it more up into a deeper back bend. And once you have space in your waist area, put your both hands to hold your waist and slowly put the heels down without changing any position of your body. Breathe here. Inhale And exhale. You can take one leg up at a time into Ardha Sarvangasana. To come out of the pose, once again catch your hips, go on your toes, and bring your vertebrae by vertebrae, your whole spine down on the floor. Hug your knees here to go into a counter pose as a forward bend. Relax over here. You can even roll from one side to the other just to get all the muscles massaged. Stay here for a while before we start some more poses. This is a very good self-massage whenever you have any muscle aches and pains in your spine or in your back. Well, now you come on your abdomen into the Crocodile Pose first to relax your whole body by separating your legs, your toes pointing out, heels are in, your head is on your folded arms. Breathe here. In this pose, your heart gets a very good rest as it is in a nice resting pose. You are totally relaxed here. Very slowly get your feet together and fold the knees. Come up into the bow pose by catching both your feet with your hands. Come down. Now you can catch your toes and try the same pose. Inhale and exhaling, come out of the pose by catching both your feet with your hands. Come down. Now you can catch your toes and try the same pose. Inhale and exhaling, come out of the pose. Relax again in the Crocodile Pose. Here you will have an increased heart rate, so you have to just relax for a while in the Crocodile Pose to get back to your normal heart rate. Inhale and exhale till you find yourself in a very relaxed position. And then raise your head up by getting your arms next to your chest. Feet together. This is the Sphinx Pose, where your elbows are right under your shoulders, head is up. This can be called a small snake too, or the Sarpasana. Now you will go into the Bhujangasana, where you are just up till your navel, and you can also clasp your hands behind. Come out of this pose and sit down. A counter pose of child pose. Always after a back bend, take a slight forward bend, just to have a soothing for the spine. So here we are seated in Siddhasana, and we'll be doing Yoga Mudra. Inhale, exhaling, go down on one knee. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, go down on the other knee. Inhale and come up. Exhale down in the center now. So this is one round of Yoga Mudra. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale in the center. So that was Yoga Mudra. Take some time to relax and have a nice smile on your face. Chat up a little bit. You have to take a little bit of rest here and there in the sessions when you're doing a half-an-hour session or 1 hour session, just to get more energized to continue your sessions. So lie down and take one leg up, bending from the knees, and keep it on the other knee. Pull the other knee towards yourself by holding the shins and pulse it a little bit, then put it down. Now do the same thing with the other leg. Fold it, see that the knee is right behind and not coming towards you. Take your hand from between your legs and hold it on your shins. You can even clasp inside of your thigh or the folded shin and pulse it. This is called thread the needle pose or a reclined pigeon pose. So now we will do supine spine twist by folding our knees, taking it one side and the other. Keep some space between the feet so that when you are folding it, when you are bringing it down, the knee of one leg touches the foot of the other leg, the heel of the other leg. That way it will give you a very good spine twist. And see that your head is turned in the opposite side. So that way your spine is twisted more deeper. The knee touching, you can even take your foot up on the knee to get a more deeper stretch. Hug your knees now and soothe your spine. You can roll from side to side or just keep in one spot. Take your legs up for blood circulation. Now we will be doing the candle pose, Sarvangasana, where you will just pull your legs up towards the ceiling with the help of your hands pushing your back. Adjust it. Try to keep your legs straight up and very slowly get your back down. We will do one more pose where you will take your full legs up and behind your head. That is the plow pose, Hastasana. So once again, fold your knees, stretch them out behind your head by once again putting your hands on your back. Try to touch your toes on the floor and keep your hands down. Once again, hold your hips and bring your legs down. So this was Hastasana. Now sit down in Siddhasana. Take one leg out and the other leg keep folded whilst the same hand is behind the folded leg, and stretch your body up straight in one line by lifting your hips up. Do the same with the other leg. Fold one leg, the other leg is straight, same hand goes behind the folded leg, and the stretched leg, same hand will go above your head to stretch in one straight line. Now you will sit and relax for a while. Inhale and exhale here. Bend both knees and place your feet on the floor. As you grasp the outside of your thighs with your hands, shift your weight to balance between your sitting bones and your tailbone. Lift your feet up off the floor in line with your knees so that you come in one straight line from your hips to the toes. Bring them down and relax. Now have each foot come into the half boat pose. Take the other foot also, straighten out. You can do a sailor's pose here. And once again, come back on the floor. Get your legs parallel to the floor and slowly open up. Stay here for some breaths and come down. Now we'll be doing a lying down pose, which is called Pawanmuktasana, the air releasing pose. All the air that's trapped in all your tissues and nerves can come out and get drained off. So here you will fold one knee and exhaling, touch your nose to the knee. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, fold. Hold it. Inhale again. And exhaling, lift your head up and touch it to your knee. Inhale, unfold your leg and bring it down, exhaling. Inhale, fold, exhale. Inhale and exhaling, head up, touch to the knee, exhale. Inhale, fold, exhale. Inhale, exhaling, take your head up. Inhale, unfold your leg. Exhale, bring it down. We do the same thing with both the legs together. That's the Purna Pawanmuktasana. Exhaling, take your head up and try to touch the knees. Inhale and get the legs down. Exhale. One more time. So this is the Pawanmuktasana. We did with each leg first, which was Ardha Pawanmuktasana, and with both the legs is Purna Pawanmuktasana. Now we will go down on each side of your splits. Go on your right first, then on your left. We'll do Janu Shirshasana by folding one leg in and twist your spine and fall forward on the stretched leg, trying to hold the toes and the head on the knee. Inhale, exhaling, go down. Inhale, come up and relax. Change the leg. Fold the other leg and stretch out the one that was folded. Twist your spine, face your stretched leg and go down, exhaling. Inhale. Exhale, stretch out your hands, touching the toes and your head on the knee. Fine. The twist in the spine. Spread your legs wide. Take one hand up and one hand trying to touch the toes. Bend on your side. Inhale. Exhale. Go deeper as your body allows you. Keep inhaling and exhaling, going deeper on your side. Come up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hand up. Do it on the other side. One hand is up and the other hand slides to touch its toes, touch the leg's toes. Inhale, exhaling, go down, sideways. Inhale and exhaling, try to go more deeper if you can. Come up, inhale, exhaling, bring your hand down. So this was a head to knee pose, the revolved Janushirshasan for you. Do the counter pose by folding your legs in Siddhasana and sit down. Here we are doing some twists, spine twists. This is called Ardha Matsyendrasana, where your one leg is folded down and the other leg folded up. The hand is behind and the opposite hand will push your knees and twist your spine. Do it on the other side with your other leg going down and the leg that is on top, knee on top, the same hand will go behind and the opposite hand will go across the knee and push it so that you get a good spinal twist. Stay here for a while and then come out of the pose, inhaling and exhaling out. So here now we will do another spinal twist, but it's a different one. We call it Vajrasana. Here one leg is straight, the other leg is folded. It's much more deeper one. Again, your other hand is crossed over the knee to get a spine twist. So fold your leg, keep the feet near the stretched out leg and go across the knee with your arm stretched out and the other arm is behind. Looking behind, have a nice spine twist. Stretch your hand up. Lie down in the T shape, hands shoulder level. Raise one leg up and get it across on the other side. Raise it again and bring it down. Inhaling, get it up. Exhaling, bring it down and twist your neck on the opposite side so that it's like squeezing pose. Now we'll be doing it with a folded leg. Raise your leg up and fold from the knee level. Keep it on the other leg and bring the knee down, looking in the opposite side. Get your knee up. Exhaling, bring it down. Raise your knee up, inhale, exhale, fold it and bring it down. Try to touch the floor with the knee if possible. Get your knee up, exhaling, unfold your leg and bring it down. One more variation we'll do. Get your heel on top of the toes and twist in the direction of the top leg. Inhale, exhale, looking in the opposite side always. Inhale, exhale. Here we'll do with both legs wrapping themselves in the eagle pose and get that wrapped up knees down. So the top knee will be down. Just change your position and go in the other side. So this is the eagle wrap spine twist. Now we'll do with both legs together. Use your core energy to bring both the knees down together and unfold them down. Fold them again. Take it up and go on the other side doing the same thing. Always twist your neck in the opposite side. Inhale and get the knees up together. Now we will just do the simple, getting the knees on the side, stacked on each other, toes, feet stacked on each other. So you'll inhale and take it down, exhaling, bring it down. And now lie down in Shavasana. Enjoyed your good spinal twist, the therapeutic massaging twist. It's a beautiful pose, letting yourself go. So take your leg up once you're on your side, balanced properly. Flex your feet and try to touch your toes with your hands. Stay here and come back. One more time. Let your knees be straight, the leg that is up and the leg that is down on the floor also. Try to go up and catch your toes. Now we change the side. So now you're on the other side. Balance yourself. Take your leg up, catch your toes. See that your knees are not bent. But if you are not very good at and flexibility, you can still bend your knees. So once you have reached the full pose, you can come out of it. Now we'll be doing the lying down pose with each leg coming out, sliding away and catching your toes with your hand. Go on the other side. Let the other leg also slide out. Keep the other leg straight, firmly on the ground. Yes, this is with the bent knee and then straightening it off. If you can't straight away take your leg sliding, then you can bend your knee, pull your toe and take it on the side. So this is the other way. Becomes a little easier. Well, now we will be doing the crisscross. That is taking your leg on the opposite side. So you will lie down straight, take your leg up and put it across on the opposite side. So if it's your left leg, your right hand will catch the toes and bring it down. Now you take the right leg, put it across on the left, and your left leg will catch the right feet toes. Now we'll do Kapalabhati, the skull shining breath, where you are taking a deep inhalation and the exhalation is with small spurts coming out together till your breath is exhaled out. This is Anulom Vilom, the alternate nostril breathing, where you close your nostril, the right thumb, inhale from the left, lock it for a few seconds and exhale from the other nostril. Keep on doing this for some time. This also helps for insomnia. That is, if you can't sleep, then you have to do this breath to get good sleep at night. Takes away lots of toxins from your body. Balances both the lungs and both the sides of your body. Relax now. And now we will go into the Omkara recitation. This is Brahmari, the bee's breath. Finished our pranayams also, and now we will be doing the best pose of this session is Shavasana, the corpse pose. Here your body will cool down and rest and relax totally. So keep your feet away from each other, let your toes fall out. Your hands are also away from your body, with your palms facing the ceiling. See that there is no curve in the spine or in the neck. Everything is flat on the mat. Let your spine sink into the floor. You will now scan your full body from your toes to your skull, inhaling and exhaling nice and deep, and relaxing each and every part of your body from the toes to your skull. And when we are done, we come out from the right side and sit down. Here we are doing some friction on the palms by rubbing the palms together and cupping the eyes for it to get some rest. And that's the end of the session. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Anyone can yoga. Namaste.